All right, guys, we're in for a special treat. We got the ultimate violator. If your mom was in South Carolina, she probably got her nipples played by this guy, Mr. Stephen Garcia with Tailgate Talks new podcast has been killing it. We're super excited to have you on as always, Garcia.
That's your camera, bro.
Holy shit.
Garcia, welcome back.
That was a hell of an introduction right there.
You
man.
like it, man? I was thinking in the car, I was like, this guy is an animal. Obviously, he's calmed down a little bit, but he's a savage. And I was like, I got to come in really nice, but a little dirty.
Oh, yeah. Very dirty.
Very dirty.
That was extreme. I love it. I love it.
And of course, you know, he didn't introduce me, Sean Febre.
Sean Febre.
Jeez, fuck this guy, man.
Co-host.
Jeez.
Co-host, author, CMO, entrepreneur.
That's why I don't
30 under 30.
I let him do it.
Tampa Titan 100. Soon to be engineer. God damn it, man. That, you know what that reminds me of? You remember when Tiger Woods was on the first tee at, I think it was in the Bahamas, and his entire list was long, and then Justin Thomas comes up, and they're like, and up next, Justin Thomas. And that was it.
That was funny as hell.
You can find his resume on Indeed. Yeah. If you're looking for a nice receptionist.
If you're looking for a good co-host, because you know this guy over here.
So Garcia, last time we talked to you, man, you started a podcast that's like based around South Carolina Gamecocks. Tailgate Talks. Yep. It's been popular. It jumped right off. I mean, you guys started it and the popularity just grew, significantly. You guys were even like brought onto the stadium. I saw the video. That was fucking dope.
That was
Unclosed fun. With you and your co-host, DeMarco.
Yep.
Pat DeMarco.
Pat DeMarco. Yep. And that was
10-year NFL veteran.
Yeah. Yep. And that was surreal, honestly. I mean, the way the crowd brought you guys in, it was just amazing.
I mean, it's as I told you guys off camera.
Makes you want to move back to South Carolina?
No, it does not.
You said no, not at all.
No, I'm not moving back there. I can't. But to give you guys credit, man, it is not easy running and operating and editing and producing this podcast. And luckily, we have the university kind of caught wind of it, and they're doing all the producing, all the editing.
Oh shit!
So, but we can't. I can't talk like I can talk with you guys because they're like, you can't say fuck. Limit the shits. Don't say bitch. Don't say goddamn. Don't say the other words and other stuff
so
like that.
Essentially, it's like you're on the radio.
Correct.
Damn,
and it's kind of a handicap. But I told the guy, I was like, look, man, that's just how I talk. So I'll try to limit the F-bombs, but when I do say it, you're just gonna have to blurt it out. And he does. And
is the reason because you guys are on Gamecocks Plus?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the
university sanctioned deal. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
So all we got to do is find the guest and then kind of get set up, and then they do everything else. But I mean, it is a lot of work trying to get people to commit to a time and then they actually show up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had former teammates of ours that we're like, oh man, this is going to be great episode. And 5 minutes before the show, trying to get a hold of them, complete radio silence.
Yeah.
And then the next day, like, oh man, sorry, I got tied up. I had this and that's like, and it's happened more times than not. It
I think a lot of times it's either the agent or the manager that just says, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea because I don't know what we're going to talk about. So, I mean, a lot of people with athletes, they're so hesitant to be on podcasts because they don't want athletes to slip up and be like, tell a story that might, hurt them. And now with the NIL deals, I mean, they're probably even more. I mean, if these are the older players, then I don't know.
That's the thing. Yeah, they're all former guys that
and they're not playing anymore.
No,
right?
they're all. I mean, they played as our teammates.
Yeah.
So I mean, these guys are way past.
I mean, are they living in South Carolina or is it?
There's.
Because, I mean, just to be ghosted, and I don't know if you guys are doing this. I tend to do this, and so does my brother. When we schedule a podcast, we send a calendar invite. I follow up usually the day before just to make sure. And then sometimes the day before, they'll say, oh, yeah, I can't make it.
We do. And they've confirmed and over and said we're going to be there. Then, like I said, 5 minutes, nothing, no response.
If you could say one thing to them, what would you say to them about them not even letting you know they're canceling until 5 minutes before or the next day?
Man, fuck you, man.
That's what I was about to say.
Such a fucking dick move.
It is.
We're trying to get you to kind of like explain, is like Pat, the co-host, his thing is like, I want to talk about, the fans know the player as the player. They want to know like what's under the helmet. So that's kind of like what our show's about. It's obviously you played at South Carolina, you played in the NFL. We want to hear about, everybody knows that. Everyone can Wikipedia and they see your salary, they see how much you made, whatever. We want to know, we want the fans to kind of see who you are under the helmet, who you are as a person.
Oh, that fucking
like hobbies and shit
Yeah. Like what you do now.
I love, I don't know, for a show or for another podcast, What's Under the Helmet is a fucking good ass
That's
name.
a good name, yeah.
What's Under the Helmet?
Oh shit.
I like that fucking name, bro.
And I just want to
Damn,
shout
Pat,
out.
I might have fucked you up on that one. I think your idea
Tailgate
just
Talks
got
is good too, but Under the Helmet, bro, that's just like what people, exactly what you're thinking. What's under the helmet for the professional athletes? What's, like when we had William Golston, the guy is, he was into anime, into, Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. And you're
and
looking,
no one would have ever.
nobody knows because you never, when you're most of the, and what he was saying.
Like, hey, what's your favorite play? Who's the hardest play?
Right.
Yeah, because
like
they actually get tired of always talking about sports. They want to talk about something else that they're interested off the field. Because how many interviews do you think that they do a day where it's like, so how did it go with that interception in the end zone? Well, I hiked the ball and I threw it to the other team.
Yeah.
Bo Nix. Yeah,
That was great.
And talking about under the helmet, we recently had Brian Timms on. You weren't here for that
I wasn't.
episode. Former Super Bowl champ Brian Timms, shout out. But we went under the helmet with him.
Oh yeah, and he
He went on about Johnny Manziel. I was like, yes, man, this is a reel right here.
I'll tell you what, and it went viral because I saw all the comments and they were cooking them.
They were.
Oh my god, I felt bad
on
for him.
TikTok, yeah.
But
Why?
Timms doesn't.
Oh, bro, because
Timms doesn't give a fuck.
he had all the comments were the same. Oh, you only had 94 yards and 1 touchdown your entire career. But it's like, who the fuck cares, bro? Most receivers out there aren't going to get the ball, but they're decoys.
Yeah.
You run a go route, and then maybe it drops off another DB, right?
Right.
And then boom, now you got a player open in the middle of the
Yeah.
field.
Motherfucker's got a Super Bowl ring. What do you got over there? You're just keyboard warrior.
Yep, keyboard
He's
Cowboys.
got 3 rings. I think he's got 1 for the Super Bowl and then 2 from college.
Just think.
No, he's got one in the CFL.
I mean,
The CFL.
well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the CFL.
but
that's what it
Garcia,
was,
you know how hard it is to even play. I mean, obviously, out of all the different divisions in college, SEC is by far the best division. I don't give a fuck what anybody says out there.
What about
You
Big
look-
Ten?
Huh? No, fuck that. SEC, man.
Nah,
I mean, Big Ten is playing well, but
I mean,
the
but
SEC
but
is,
let's just historically,
Yeah.
you would say SEC.
over the
if
last 2 decades.
yeah, 2 decades.
Yeah, but recently though, because of all the NIL deals, is the SEC still top dog? Because really, what it's come down to, in my opinion, is whatever school's willing to pay
the most.
that's where the player's going to go.
And you can't fault them for that. And
No,
people
fuck
bitch
that.
about it all the time. It's like, what would you do? If you're a 17, 18, 19-year-old kid
Taking the money.
and someone's going to be like, hey, I'm going to pay you $1 million more than this school. Okay.
I'm going
Taking
to go
the
play
money.
in
later.
that school. Yeah.
Because you don't know how long football is going to last. It's over in the blink of an eye. And I tell these kids, that I train and, out with Finetti as well, it's like, you want to make these kids as much money as possible because you don't know how long this football shit's going to last.
It's a tough sport, man.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and it's kind of a double-edged sword because now there's no loyalty. So you don't know who the hell's on your roster from year to year. Even now you look at it, you got mid-year people that are transferring mid-year.
I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah.
The UNLV kid.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was at Holy Cross the last couple years. And then the kid that I trained, Joe Pazanski from Jesuit, he's there now. And I was talking to him like, hey, man, like, what was this kid? Like, what was his deal? He's like, yeah, not a very good thrower, but he could run. So he goes to UNLV, transfers there. Apparently they offered him $100,000. They never paid him. So he's like, all right, well, we're ranked. We're 5-0. I'm not playing another snap until you pay me. And they're like, well, we never agreed to pay you. So anyways, long story short, he decided to take a redshirt year and enter the transfer portal after 5 games.
And,
And now everybody's doing that.
And that should be a lesson to the kids that are looking for these NIL deals. Make sure you get an attorney. I mean,
Yeah,
fuck.
and-
And if you need an attorney, Empower Athletics, right?
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
it's what it
Empower-
is
Empower.
with Steve Fantetti. Shout out, Steve.
Yep.
He's helping out a lot of these. He's helping out all these young kids coming out of high school that don't really have any kind of direction, and he's helping out with these NIL deals so you don't get screwed over like this guy did over $100,000.
I'm telling
And then
you.
if you need the training, then you got Spin It Athletics
Spin It Athletics.
with
yeah.
Garcia over here training.
And
Young.
the wide receivers coach. I forget
Well,
who that is.
So that was Caleb Warren. He's kind of getting away from it and going more. He's selling solar.
Yeah.
So he's doing well with that. So actually working out with the Route God guy.
Mhm.
I don't know if have you seen,
What's
he's got like 500,000 followers.
Is it the guy that you keep sharing?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy
He can
fucking
fucking roll.
runs routes,
He can roll.
bro.
He's funny as shit,
That's
man.
crazy.
But yeah, he trains all the NFL receivers. They come down here. I mean, like big name guys.
Yeah, because I mean, what you're getting with Garcia, rather than some of these other, you're getting the fucking real deal
A guy
when it
who's
comes.
done it.
Well, no, it's not this little baby and shit. You want
Yeah.
to know what football's about, you're gonna get it out of him because he's gonna tell you exactly what it is. And if you don't like it, then you're not cut out for football. Go play fucking tennis.
Yeah, and there's other trainers that are in the area that'll kind of coddle you, and I'm not doing that.
No,
I'm not
man,
doing that.
because that's not what football's about.
No.
When you got the middle linebacker staring you down when you're about to hike the ball, he's not going, it's okay, I'm just gonna lay you down nice and easy. No, what he's gonna do, he's gonna fucking break your head off.
Yeah,
I don't know about so much anymore, right? Because of all the rule changes.
Yeah,
and
but
shit.
I mean, you still can say it.
Yeah.
but yeah, you can. Those guys are still trying to
Yeah,
hurt you. They're still trying to knock you out of the game.
Yeah.
But the rules have definitely benefited the quarterback and the offensive players in general. You know, you get hit too hard now as a quarterback, they're going to flag you.
And I mean, talking about benefiting the offensive players, I didn't see that on Monday night against Baltimore when Godwin went down, when Evans went down, bro. Look what I'm wearing, guys. Let's go Bucks. But right now,
Is that a Halloween costume?
right now, I'm fucking terrified of the next like 4 or 5 weeks, man. Because what are we going to rely on? Our running game?
Wait, hold on. Jalen McMillan, he's not. He went to Washington.
Sterling Shepard.
You know, Sterling Shepard is a
then
veteran,
and then we got
Trey
three-
Palmer.
and
You got
then-
Trey Palmer,
Yeah,
and
Trey
then
Palmer
and then
has been
Otten
good.
has really been.
Kate Otten, yes.
Yeah, he's been really
Great
coming
tight
along.
end.
He's not a big time. He's not going to break it long,
He has
but he's
some-
going to catch the ball.
He has some fucking snags, man. He was
Yeah.
getting. I feel like every time he touched the ball, he was getting just absolutely smoked.
He does. He
Yeah.
always gets smoked,
Like,
bro.
As soon as he touches, just pow, pow, pow.
But you know what? I think Baker throws it there because he knows he can take the hit. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
Kate Otten
true.
is a big motherfucker, bro. I mean, even I
I
was
love
sitting
these
up-
old school too, man. He's got the taped fingers, no
Yeah.
gloves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
Oh, shit.
snags everything.
No shit.
Yeah.
Garcia, how important is a relationship with your offensive coordinator when you're playing? I mean, like when you were playing and you're in the trenches and you start off with this offensive coordinator. I mean, how important is that relationship, offensive coordinator, to really be successful in the league or any league?
You have to have that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of non-negotiable. If you're not on the same page as your OC, that's going to be a clusterfuck to say the least.
Yeah.
And you see these guys in college. I forgot who the hell was it? They just fired their OC, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
After we just beat their ass in Norman, Oklahoma literally the next day fired their offensive coordinator. So now you have a new coach coming in to try to rectify the season. I mean, you're halfway through the year. Just, in my opinion, just let them finish it out. Because now you have a whole new system trying to get this quarterback, kind of in line, and the quarterback's got to translate to the receivers in line. It's just it turns into a fucking hurricane.
So what's easy? I mean, when it comes to the head coach feeling out, am I going to choose the player or am I going to choose the OC to bench or to fire? I mean, what do you see? Is it really 50-50 or do you see more so
I think
than not
I think it depends on
the player? Oh, the money. Yeah.
you got a guy that you're paying, and these college kids are getting paid fucking insane money right now.
Well, no, like crazy money, right? Because the
Kid from Tennessee's getting like $3 million a year.
Oh, so that's a year?
$3 million
Because
a
I know
year?
the most expensive one. I think it was Shador Sanders in college, and he was like what 5.4. That's per year.
I'm pretty sure.
Holy fuck, man!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I'm going back to college and playing some football.
But that's why you hear some of these analysts that are saying, like, if you're not a top 10, top 15 quarterback pick in the draft, go back again, because you're gonna take a pay cut going to the NFL.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot more quarterbacks? I mean, the other positions, they're not going to be
players or quarterbacks.
No, but yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. The quarterback position is the most important on
there
any
was one
team. I
running
don't give a
back,
shit what
I think.
anybody says. But do you think now, if it was you would stay in college for an extra 2 or 3
How
years
much do you
before
think
you
you
go
would
pro?
Oh,
get?
jeez,
How much do you think you would have gotten?
It makes me lose sleep at night just wondering. It really does.
Let's play what if. What do you think you would have gotten?
I think a lot.
Yeah.
Over $1 million?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2
Absolutely.
million?
Absolutely.
5 million?
maybe not that much.
No. Hey, but fuck.
I mean,
But who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but
when you were coming out of high school, Jefferson and Armwood were the two teams always fighting for state championships, and there was another team in Miami playing too as well.
Good, yeah.
But I mean, you're talking about since I was in 8th grade, just moved here from a different part of Tampa, and I already knew your name as soon as they started like the flag football before they do the tackle. They were like, oh, Garcia was supposed to come to Walker, but he ended up going to Jefferson because it was just a better situation as far as like, hey, Sickles sucks.
Yeah.
How long did you play in college?
So I redshirted in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, half of 2011, so 4 years.
So that means that you can technically go back?
No.
I think
it's done.
Hypothetically speaking.
I wish.
I mean, but could you compete at that level?
Fuck no.
No, man. It's just like, man, you're training every single day.
Yeah, but
that's all that shit.
It's a lot different, man.
I mean, the knowledge is what
when you got the bullets flying at you. I mean, I think if I were to realistically, I think if I were to set like an entire 3-month summer schedule and really just grind at it, I probably could.
So why not do it? Fuck it.
Because I don't think I have any eligibility left.
Check this
Look
out.
at this. Look at
Yeah,
this.
I was about to say, I'm gonna drink to that.
Give this shit up too.
No,
Fuck that, dude.
what I'm saying is, think about it. You would be the first college quarterback to have left college football, played in the Arena League and the CFL, and then come back to college and play again and get an NIL deal. You would make history, bro. That alone would probably be worth at least $1 million to some college. I'm serious.
I'll have to do some research on that. I don't think I have any eligibility left.
Oh no,
no, man. He's got to be our age.
And talking about college, and you did a lot of interviews and post game interviews and things like that. Now in the NFLPA is now petitioning reporters to no longer be allowed in the locker room after the game to do post game interviews, because essentially they're saying what was going on was it's a very awkward situation. This is what the NFL players are saying, the NFLPA, right?
Yeah.
So they want all reporters out of the locker room after the game, and the PA's petitioning the NFL to allow that to occur. So I heard an interview. It was a former basketball player, and he was saying that those interviews are awkward as shit because there's a lot of dudes walking around naked, and he says there's a lot of meat watchers in. So did you ever experience that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So were a lot of the reporters like, and he said a lot of dudes were doing that.
Absolutely.
No shit.
Yeah.
So would you want those to be
Get him
removed?
the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Get him
that's
out,
what I
right?
think. I mean, you want to have a post-game interview, you wait till I get to the fucking podium and then ask me your stupid questions.
We just got done fucking going to battle for 3.5 hours. Like, I'm sweating. I want to shower, be fucking comfortable, shoot the shit with the boys for a little bit, get clothed, and then we'll go talk your shit. But I mean, I remember being in locker rooms and like some of the coaches, like kids were in there just running around.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just fucking weird.
I mean,
But there's kids, there's reporters, there's parents of like recruits that are in there, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? It was always after like bigger games. They weren't coming in for like a Wofford or whatever, but like against Clemson, Bama, Georgia, these guys are just roaming around like they own the fucking locker room. I don't know if it's still like that in college now, but yeah, it was definitely an awkward deal.
I mean, were you ever given an interview and you were just butt ass naked standing in front of the camera?
No.
No, he's not packing like that.
No, I'll be, have the towel.
He had the towel on. He was like, no, you can't see this.
Clifford Jones, he catch the ball no matter what.
No, I didn't give a shit about that. I just, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's funny as shit. I didn't know that. And I'm surprised the NFL even let that thing go on for as long as they have. Yeah.
For fucking ever, man.
Yeah, I know. So going into this year in college, I know Texas was number 1, and now you're looking at Georgia beating Texas now. I mean, what is your feel on the college season as it stands? Like, what are your top 3 teams right now? If
I know. Talking with you guys aren't college guys.
No, I'm not. I mean, if you want to talk NFL, I know it all.
I'd rather talk NFL.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are going that direction.
What do you mean, like what?
A lot more people are starting to say fuck college because it is
It's minor
league now. That's what it is.
But you used to love to watch college because these kids were giving it all they had to make it to the NFL and get the money now.
And now they're getting the money and trying to preserve their bodies so they don't get injured so they can make it to the NFL.
You hit the nail on the head, man, and it sucks. It's hurting the game, in my opinion. Still, college football is awesome.
It's exciting.
Barely any stadiums allow you to drink.
That's changed. That's changed. But you got Vanderbilt beating Alabama, which was unbelievable.
Yeah.
We beat Kentucky's ass. Kentucky beats Ole Miss ass. Ole Miss comes in our house and beats our ass. So it's just a circle of.
Did Tennessee beat somebody good?
Yeah, just a circle of ass beating. It's fucking wild.
Do you think Colorado, the Buffaloes, are they any good?
No.
I mean,
do you think it's just surrounded around the fact that Deion Sanders is the head coach?
I mean, but I will say, I've watched their games just because of Deion.
Like Shedeur Sanders,
but
you think he's a good quarterback?
No, but I would say I don't think he's a bad quarterback.
I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Yeah. I was a non-believer of him, but getting a chance to actually watch him and kind of his form and how he moves around. I mean, the kid can play.
Yeah.
I hate his off the field stupid ass
all this shit.
And he's trying to rap. It's just like, shut the fuck up, man. Like,
but I'll tell you, so a lot of people have been saying
Jameis Winston, fuck her right in the pussy. Crab legs, Jameis.
But
I still love Jameis. Come back to
you see his latest interview?
Yeah, I know. That was awesome, bro, about Deshaun Watson.
That was felt like I was watching Martin Luther King or something. I was like, dude, what
did you say?
Yeah,
that is my boy, and I will lift him up.
He's like, all right, James, you don't have to talk anymore. Shit, you got the starting position. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I hope he takes that team and turns them around.
You know what the thing is?
I like Jameis.
I do like Jameis too, man. I love crab legs. I love Jameis.
I like pussy.
I think he means well. He's the way he talks about how he wants to do things. It's funny as shit.
It's like a preacher with
comedian.
A
comedian. A preacher comedian.
Like he's not even trying to be funny, I don't think. Or do you think he's trolling everybody?
I don't think he's trying to be funny. I think he's trying to be as genuine as possible. It just comes off so hilarious.
Dude, the thing is that people forget Jameis went to New Orleans. He had these New Orleans Saints in 5-1. He had almost no interceptions. Right, and then all of a sudden, he falls off, and they bring in Derek Carr. I still think, out of what I've seen out of most quarterbacks in the NFL, that Jameis Winston is a starting quarterback in the NFL. I don't, and
he's got to cut back on the turnovers. But.
No. When he went with the Saints, he had really low interceptions.
So what happened after? Beginning?
Devin White fucking took out his knee.
Oh shit!
He got injured.
We were at that game.
Yeah. No, that was in New Orleans.
Oh.
So they were 5-1, and then nobody really gave him another opportunity. And I love how fiery he is. He fucked up in college, but who doesn't get a little wild? Yeah. And I still think that he's a starting quarterback in the NFL without a doubt. From what I see over here, I mean, you're going to tell me Bryce Young is a better quarterback to start? I mean,
and his fucking OCs or his head coach is a bum too.
Yeah, I mean,
who's that?
Dave Canales.
Yeah. Oh God, you hate that guy.
He's that guy.
Every episode I see, he always sneaks in a way to talk shit.
I just poke it. That's a little bit.
I mean, the thing is,
10 seconds.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back with Happy Hour Holidaze. Love talking football. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be right back. Cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers.
All right, guys, and we're back. Happy Hour Holidaze here, talking about the best thing I love talking about is fucking football. It's starting to get to that, that little chilly season where your nipples are getting erect.
And your penis is shrinking.
Time change right now, bro. We're talking about the best time of the year. Football in the winter. Seeing the fucking cold plunge games. I mean, but
we were talking about quarterbacks before, right?
Yeah, we were talking
about Jameis. And how you think he is the best quarterback in the league right now.
No. Definitely not. Okay. I'll lose all my credibility on that. But I will say, as a Tampa fan, okay, just, watching Jameis, he turned the ball over plenty of times. But at the end of the day,
once he got that LASIK.
But he still put us in a position. He had this kind of same reputation in college. I have a shit fucking first half, and then in the second half, I turn it on. It's going to work in college, but it's not going to work here in the NFL. And that's been his biggest problem. But once he got that LASIK done, The motherfucker could see.
Yeah.
The motherfucker could see.
And you know what's wild is that he went like fucking 30 years of his life thinking that that's the way the world looks.
Right.
Once he got that LASIK, he was probably like, what the fuck?
I could only imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, really, when it comes to the NFL right now, who do you think is a top tier or
who is the best quarterback
in the league?
That is a rookie?
No. Oh, yeah. Let's go rookie.
Yeah, because obviously it's Lamar Jackson. Everybody's heard that shit.
No,
Yeah.
it's not Lamar Jackson. It's Pat Mahomes.
I disagree. I don't think Pat Mahomes is.
You don't think he's the best quarterback in the league?
No.
As of today or in overall?
In the league
In this season,
yeah.
absolutely not.
Well, are we just going based off
Over the last 5 years?
We're just going off of statistics just because he's like 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, or because his
and
team is
refs
5-0?
throw yellow flags every time someone touches him. You know,
I never
it's like,
paid
what the
attention to that
fuck?
until I started paying attention to it. How the Chiefs get away with so many missed calls and how many calls they do get for them, it's fucking it's wild to me.
No, and the crazy thing is that
I hope you hear this, Cody Keith. You tell your girlfriend. So my buddy is dating Gracie Hunt, who's the heiress to the Hunt family that owns the Chiefs.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, Cody, tell your girlfriend to tell her dad to stop paying fucking Goodell.
Well, you know what they're really trying to do is they're trying to turn the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes into the
Brady and the
Patriots and the
Brady, 100%, 100%.
So I mean, it's in the league's advantage to have a dominant dynasty because now Brady's out.
Got Taylor Swift, dating
Swift.
one of the.
Bro, tell me that's not scripted.
Like it's.
Someone said the NFL released a script and it showed the exact date and game that she would break up with him.
I've talked with co-host Pat DeMarco and a couple of the other guys that play in the league on the podcast so far, and I said, "All right, guys, is it scripted? Just tell us, is it scripted? The fans want to know." They just laughed. They're like, "No, man, there's no way it's scripted. You got grown ass men."
That's what I've
way
heard.
it's
Everybody
scripted?
said that. Yeah.
Who knows? But to answer your question, as far as the best rookie quarterback, are we going rookies?
Let's go best rookie quarterback this season.
I don't think it's even close.
Yeah,
I think Jane Daniels.
Why Jaden Daniels?
The
Washington Commanders,
The kid's
bro.
electric.
No, but give me some
but
reasons.
you're talking about the Bears had a little bit more behind them than I think the Washington Commanders did, because if you look at their record last year, I would say that Chicago's in a better place than the Washington Commanders. Nobody really thought that Washington would be fucking, what are they, 5-2?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost their first game. Yeah.
and
against
what are
the
the
Bucs.
Bears? And what are the Bears?
The Bears are 4-2.
think they're 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. They were on a
So
bye.
they were on a bye. So both teams started off on a loss, and both quarterbacks started on a loss. What makes Jaden Daniels better than Caleb Williams?
Well, I'll give you a couple of reasons right off the bat. One, he doesn't paint his fucking fingernails. Two, he doesn't dress like a transvestite. So those are two just right off the bat. And I don't care if I get canceled. I'm uncancelable. I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinions. I know you guys don't either.
I like it.
But when it comes to this,
I will say this: Caleb Williams is an elite thrower of the football.
Yeah.
There's no doubt he's a special player. I just can't get over the zestiness that guy has. But I think overall, watching, and I haven't really watched a lot of the Bears games, but I've seen the Commanders games. The Redskins game, I'm not calling the Commanders.
Yeah,
I like
fucking
it.
Redskins.
I'm not the Redskins.
Why are we, we'll talk about that afterwards.
Let's
but go ahead,
finish this
Garcia.
take real
But
quick.
just watching how he sees the field, in college he was kind of like, and I remember watching him at LSU,
He's
and
a
just
running quarterback
he'd
in
look
college,
one
right?
read, boom, he's jetting.
Yeah.
Now he's kind of going through his progressions, and he flicks the shit out of the ball. And I think the game is slowing down for him at a very rapid pace. Where I see Caleb still kind of trying to do like the spin outs, and he's taking 30-yard sacks and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, I think Jaden Daniels is by far the best out of those rookie quarterback. Overall best, Lamar Jackson he's got to be everyone's favorite to win the MVP right now.
I don't see again.
Not mine.
Again.
I don't see anybody else that even comes close to his
Not
talent
mine.
level right now. I know Pat Mahomes, you're on his dick, bro.
No, wait. I didn't say Pat. I said Pat Mahomes is definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
But I like your other option
But
too.
Josh Allen, by far,
Okay, there we go.
in a fantasy football, I've written the championship quite a few times already with Josh Allen, and I will say this year, I purposely didn't get him. They lost Gabe Davis. They lost Stephon Diggs. And I'm just thinking,
And he's still putting up
he's still
numbers.
putting up some great numbers. And I was just like, this is going to really tell who Josh Allen is.
Yeah.
And with the Bills record and with his statistics, he's blowing me away.
Who's their running back?
Jared Cook.
Jared Cook.
I don't know. Oh, James Cook.
James Cook, yeah. Jared Cook, he was a tight end. He played with me.
Yeah. He was over by
He was at the Packers.
The Rams.
Packers with everybody. But I mean, we were talking off camera, like Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah,
He's resurrected his career.
And that's what I wanted to ask you too, Garcia. When it comes to, you mentioned Sam Darnold. I mean, we're talking about people with certain systems. Why wasn't Sam Darnold successful with the Carolina Panthers, with the Jets? Why all of a sudden is he successful with the Minnesota Vikings? How important is the system that fits a quarterback in the NFL or even collegiate, in college?
It's like I mentioned earlier, man, it's paramount.
OC, yeah.
It's paramount.
Yeah.
Obviously, in Minnesota, you're playing in a dome. So I don't know what Sam Darnold's arm strength is like. I really don't know. But the previous 2 stops he was at, he was playing outdoors. It gets cold in Charlotte. It gets cold as a motherfucker in New York.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to throw a cold ball like that. So now he's got a temperature controlled environment. And I think he turned his brain on. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's playing lights out. Kirk Cousins resurrected his career after the injury that he had. Baker Mayfield is
even though the last 2 games he hasn't been playing. What, he threw like 5 interceptions the last 2 games, I think.
But he's still getting these guys in positions to win, minus this past Monday. But
evaluating Aaron Rodgers in New York, you saw his last post game interview where he was basically blaming his receivers. He was blaming everybody, but he said the stupid kicker, and that going back to Jameis, that's part of the reason why he probably didn't make the playoffs 3 out of the 4 years because our kicker was shit.
Who we drafted in the first fucking round.
Second round.
I thought it was first round.
No, second round.
No, Jameis was
what was
first.
That guy's name?
Jameis.
What was the guy's
it was
name?
Aguero.
From Florida State, right?
Yeah, Florida State.
Didn't miss 1 field goal in college.
And
comes to the NFL, can't be.
But also, he really didn't kick a lot of 50+. That was his biggest problem.
Bro,
in
he
the
missed
NFL.
extra points.
Yeah. He had the yips.
But I mean, just going to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, is it really the whole fucking Salah or what's his name? The
head coach.
Yeah, the head coach for the New York Jets. I mean, he just got hired by the Green Bay Packers, by the way.
Or something.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got hired as he's like an advisor or some kind of fluid coach for the Green Bay Packers because he actually helped Matt LaFleur get his position as a head coach. So he wanted to do him a solid too, but he's also a great coach. I mean, if you're a head football coach in the NFL, you got to be good.
I'll tell you this: that's the best job in the world.
What
is being a fired football coach, collegiate or NFL?
Why?
Memphis. My son showed me this graphic. That coach from the Jets just got fired is making $250,000.
He said he's living life.
I think a week.
Yeah, he's living life. He's living life just like John Gruden.
And he's going to get paid from New York, and now he's going to get paid
from the Green Bay Packers. And he's just like what I saw in the actual article is that he got hired he's a defensive mind.
Right.
He's been a defensive mind his entire career. So what he's doing is he's analyzing the offense to see how they can attack defenses with his mind. So that's how he's helping.
And you bring in arguably one of the best quarterbacks to ever suit up with Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
I mean, what you have
I did not see Rodgers' post-game interview about.
He was blaming every single person. Well, he said my 2 of my receivers missed a fucking touchdown pass right in their hands.
Well, if that was true,
the idiot kicker missed. Not like Peyton Manning, idiot kicker, but he basically said this kicker, his job is to fucking kick field goals. Missed 2 field goals. Greg Sirline's got one of the worst percentages since 2020 when it comes to field goal makes.
Yeah, wasn't he a good kicker back then though?
I mean, I think when he was playing for the Rams, the Rams is where he was. So he really made his name there, but he's been bouncing around and he just hasn't had it.
I mean, did anybody think the Green Bay Jets were actually going to be any good this season?
The Green Bay Jets.
I mean, that's what they are.
Yeah.
As far as the talent that you've seen from Jordan Love, evaluating him and his abilities, I mean, there was a lot of talk with when they put in Malik that he was, 2-0 or 3-0, and then Love was 1-3 or whatever like that. I mean, was there any doubt in your mind to ever sit Jordan Love and put in this other guy, Malik? No, right?
But do you think Jordan Love is actually their franchise quarterback?
It's hard to tell.
Because, I mean, he really had... Did they make it to the Super Bowl last season?
Who?
No, Green Bay.
No.
Did they make it the season
it's
before?
playoffs. It's a playoffs.
I'm sorry, not the Super Bowl playoffs.
Yeah, I made it to playoffs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe then.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I mean,
But it's hard to say that Aaron Rodgers is arguably one of the best quarterbacks to have ever played the
I
game.
don't see
He
that.
only has
You
one
don't see
Super
that?
Bowl.
no.
He only has one Super Bowl.
You guys are Dan Marino fans, right?
No,
I'm a
he's
Dan Marino fan.
Okay. How many Super Bowls do you have?
0.
Yeah, for
He's,
me,
he's arguably one of the best. I'm talking.
He's the best passer of the football, I think.
I think just straight statistics. Aaron Rodgers got to be. He's got to be up there.
I mean,
he's
when
played
you're
it
fucking
forever.
38 years old, I mean, when did Dan Marino retire at like 35, right?
no, he was up there in the close.
Well,
to
I mean, he
40s.
got drafted 82 and he retired in like the early 2000s. So
Yeah, he was definitely in the
30s.
high 30s. Yeah,
And he was wearing braces. I don't know if you remember that. He was wearing braces. So, I mean, he was fucked up. That's when quarterbacks could get
they decapitated.
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
saying we're talking about a different game than what it was before.
It is a
Completely.
different
And
game.
I'll tell
I'm
you-
glad you said that.
I'll tell you who mentioned that too was Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Oh yeah,
He said back
in
when
the speech. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's 100% right. 100% right.
What was he? He said back in the day when. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No,
Casey.
like back when he was first getting his
Playing.
start. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he was getting freaking teed off on.
Oh yeah.
Tore his ACL. I mean,
I remember
getting
that
hit
game.
low. Now you hit somebody low, you're getting ejected. You're getting
Yeah.
fined a nice little penny too.
Yeah.
I saw some highlights of him getting hit by Ray Lewis. Bro, Ray Lewis would truck this motherfucker.
Oh,
man.
absolutely.
I was blown away. I was like, damn, that game is not
Surprised he
the
didn't try
same
to
game
stab
we're
him.
walking.
Well, well, now you don't have any Ray Lewis type linebackers anymore. Now they're smaller and they're faster to try to cover the tight ends. Going down the seam and running basic routes and whip routes and jerk routes and all this stuff like this. To where there's no guys that are like Ray Lewis that are, what is he, 6'2",
Yeah, 6'2",
250,
yeah,
something like that,
yeah.
coming straight downfield
Yeah.
to take your life.
I like this question. Who do you think the best linebacker in the league is right now?
I don't have any. I don't
No
pay
clue.
attention to linebackers now.
I mean, either. I don't think that's.
Basically, the defense has been watered down.
Yeah,
Exactly what you said. Small guys. Hey, we don't need you to tear his head off. We just need you to tackle him. That's it.
What do you guys think about the dynamic kickoff? Is it
I
really?
hate it.
Is it really influencing
so-
more of a good return?
So
or-
in the preseason, they did an analysis. They found that teams that received the ball got an average of 29.4 yards, and a touchback is 30 yards. So people are just saying, you know what? Get the touchback because you're going to be over the average by 0.6 yards, and you're done. I think the kickoff. What they did was the worst decision in NFL history, was doing an XFL kickoff. I mean, the XFL doesn't work. And I know they merged. So now what is it? The USA or USFL
Yeah,
or
I think
some
so.
shit? Bro,
UFL. something.
there's a reason why they are another minor league and football league, because their shit just doesn't work.
It's also-
And why would you copy it, NFL? Why would you copy
It's also history, like people, just like what I wanted to touch on too when you said the Redskins. It's like, why are we taking fucking these are historic names and points in history? The Redskins, the Cleveland Indians.
It's deep.
it? So do you know the
I mean, do we really need to change their names?
do you know the Redskin
Are
the
petitioning.
person?
They're-
Yeah, so they
Yeah, but they were the ones that petitioned to take it off when they
no.
when they were going
That
through
was the fucking
Oh, so you're
woke
saying that was
mob.
propaganda?
No, no,
the woke,
so-
the woke mob.
So,
Definitely.
so the family of who the face was modeled over,
They
they,
won't do
were
it.
pissed
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they took him off.
But they won't do it
They
again.
want to
They're not
get
gonna
him
change
back
it back.
on.
There's no way they change it back.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
not
think
They
so.
have to, bro.
They won't.
I hope they.
They have to.
I refuse to call them the Commanders.
I mean,
it's-
what? And then what? The Commanders. I mean, what? Washington. Okay, you're in DC. So what are you saying? You're commanding the rest of us? Fuck you guys, man.
That's
Hey,
like that's deep
cheers to
thought.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
cheers.
deep thought
Why
right
else
there,
we
man.
call
Cheers
the
to that.
Commanders? And then it used to be the Cleveland Indians. Now it's the Cleveland Guardians. I think the Guardian comes from a bridge in Cleveland. So that one.
It's still stupid.
It's
Yeah.
still dumb.
No, I
man.
mean-
So wait a second. You can't even call Indians, Native Americans, Indians, bro. I've met plenty of Native Americans that are like, yeah, Native American, Indian, whatever.
They're proud of it. They were
Yeah.
they were excited to have their logo or
They're
their
a
heritage.
a chief.
Yeah, their heritage. On an NFL picture. So yeah,
Well, let's
but
just take off the Dolphins too, because
PETA.
PETA.
I'm waiting for PETA to start bitching about that.
Yeah,
I mean, while we're at it, the Buccaneers, I mean, they were rapists and pillagers. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Are we now going to, hey, This guy right here, probably a rapist and pillager. Bunko Bruce. So I mean, if you start diving into every single sports team's name, you're gonna end up with just Tampa Bay and a letter.
Yep.
You know, New York in a letter, because a letter's not gonna offend anybody. But you know what? Someone will be offended by a letter.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
It's makes my skin crawl. Honestly, we can go on and on about this whole woke mob and everything else.
Would you like to?
We can, but
No.
that we'll be here. We'll be here forever.
And then.
But I mean, I was just thinking with the kickoff rules. Now you have to announce if you can only
do an onside kick.
If you're down in the fourth quarter, that's the only time you can do it. That's okay. Hey guys, get your hands team ready because we're gonna kick an onside kick here. Just make sure you guys are ready. That's how stupid is that?
I mean, you're basically telling the opposing team your play.
Do you think that? I mean, I really think we're catering
retarded.
We're catering to a loser mindset.
Yes.
Now when you're up, let's say you start the game and you want to do an onside kick, you can no longer surprise the other opponent by doing it. You literally have to tell them, "Hey guys, we're going to do an onside kick. We're going to tell you our play."
You can't even do it in the. You have to. You can only be down.
And you have to be
losing in the fourth quarter.
Wait. So you can't kick an onside kick whenever you want.
Nope.
No, you can't.
So it's got to be the fourth quarter only, and you have to be down.
Correct.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't know.
We're talking about.
They fucked up the kickoff, man.
No, it's Roger Goodell literally fucked up.
When's that guy out?
I mean, the only thing that I've liked about his whole rules change was I like the field goals being at the 30-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the fucking...
It makes it a lot more important.
The extra kick, like fucking 5 yards from the goal line was like, I mean, that's...
How about this? You want to make it better? It's got to be a 50-yard field goal. Talk about the extra point no longer being an extra point.
It's already
check this out. Check this out. You know what a lot more teams are going to do? They're going to go for 2-point conversions. That's how you make a game exciting. You don't fucking just say, hey, we're going to give you a little layup. Because how many extra points are missed during a regular season?
Quite a bit.
There's definitely more now than
there's more now. Make it to the 50, and then how many more 2-point conversions are you going to have?
I think 50 is too much.
No, dude.
Yeah,
I want to ask, that might be a little much.
Make it a game.
I wanted to get your opinion on this. The Tom Brady, so he's now a 10%, is it 10% owner in the...
He owns 5% of a 10% stake of the
Raiders.
Of the Capitol.
He's not allowed
group.
in the locker room. He's not allowed on the training field.
But he's not allowed to talk shit about the refs.
But he can still do his broadcasting.
But like my brother said, he can't talk shit about the refs. He's not allowed to talk shit about like any of the teams. He essentially...
He's not allowed on the facility because they could, they're thinking that even though he's an owner...
He's going to fucking spy. I mean, historically, Spygate. So maybe... Deflategate. How many more?
But, going into Tom Brady as well, I mean, the first couple weeks I heard him commentate, I was like, Greg Olson fucking, kills
better.
this guy. Yeah. But now...
He's
fucking solid now. He's still a little iffy now and then, but he's definitely stepped his game up, and I would only expect that from the fucking GOAT.
Did you?
I'll tell you this much though. How about his commentary? What they did with the Bucks?
Oh,
when talking about Baker.
That's exactly what I was about to ask you.
I love that.
What did you think about that?
I thought that was awesome.
I thought it was great.
That's a killer mentality.
And I also think that Baker's response was awesome too. He's like, I'm not gonna, because they called him out on it. He's like, I'm not gonna argue with he's the GOAT. I'm not gonna argue with him. Like. He's right. Whatever he says.
Yeah, and I agree with Tom Brady. I'm not here to fucking have fun. I'm not here to play patty cake.
What are you doing over there?
He's like, I'm here
twisting his nipple.
Yeah, twisting his nipples.
The big one right here.
But literally, what Tom Brady says is it's the truth, man. I'm not here to fucking play games. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. I'm here to fucking win.
Right.
I'm a fucking winner.
And you know what? That mentality's lost. That mentality is lost because, like, you just heard it from Baker's quote. They wanted me to bring hope and joy back into the locker room. Tom Brady's like, if I want hope and joy, I'm going to Disney
with my fucking kids.
With my kids. Yeah, no, we're here to win a Super Bowl. You know what stressful is? Not winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dog. I was watching it live, and when I heard that, I was like, who the fuck is that? Because I didn't know it was Tom Brady. And then they said, oh, that's a hot take, Tom. I don't know who he was commentating with. Like,
but
Chris Collinsworth?
No, the JB guy.
The bum. Oh, Joe Buck.
No, it wasn't Joe Buck.
That's JB,
Troy.
right?
No, that's Troy Aikman. It's I think he's done the most games live. I think it was like he just hit a mark. It was like 500 games.
You guys ever wonder why did they put a a commentator with an NFL player every single fucking time.
Because the commentator is feeding the game. Hey, it's 1st and 10, blah, blah, blah. And then the NFL player
gives it his perspective.
He's the analyst.
Yeah.
You know who I still think?
I think it's a good
Yeah,
strategy.
no, it's a good, perfect.
Hands down, who I think is the best in-game commentator I've ever heard is Tony Romo.
Oh, it's not even close.
Like this guy, I don't know how many
He's
times
calling the play
before it fucking happens. I'm like, dude, he studied up. How did he not win a Super Bowl, man?
I'll tell you what, Tony Romo was a phenomenal player.
Yes.
Yeah, it was until it was the playoffs and the
Until
fourth
the playoffs.
quarter. And
Now, do you think Jerry Jones is a reason why with Dak Prescott, with Tony Romo, ain't able to do shit?
Got to get rid of him as a general manager. And he wants to.
I agree.
He wants to. That's the whole reason Bill Belichick probably will never go there either, because Bill Belichick
Micromanaging.
Yeah, Bill Belichick wants the general manager and the head coach. Jerry Jones is the president.
It kind of worked out for Bill.
Yeah,
when he was.
Yeah,
doing
he
that.
was. Yeah, no, I mean he knew how to.
Yeah, I don't know if it was so much.
Well,
Bill
yeah.
or
Here's what we'll get into.
yeah.
A really like.
Because I'm gonna say this. You remember who Scotty Miller is when the Bucks went? Where is he now?
I think he's Atlanta or someplace. You know?
Exactly. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Tom Brady is really good at taking receivers that nobody's ever heard
Not
about
receivers,
and making them
the whole team.
superstars.
The whole team. He's a leader.
But I'm saying making them superstars because a lot of the people that played with Tom, bro, Danny
he got the job done though.
Yeah, he got the job
gets
done.
the job
But
done.
I'm saying Scotty Miller, bro, he was good when Tom Brady was throwing to him. After that, gone. All right,
That's a valid point.
Yeah,
but that goes to the point. It's like, you know, with Tom, his thing was, we are going out here to beat the team's ass. We're not having fun until after we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's when we can have fun. During season, during these 18 weeks, we are locked in. There's no fucking around. And I think guys respected that. I mean, you kind of have to.
And then, you said have fun, but it makes sense because then he'd throw the fucking Lombardi trophy over the water in the Hillsborough River.
And the thing is that even Golson said, he's like, when Tom Brady came in, it was a presence.
Yeah.
Like
I can only imagine.
He came in and it was like, fuck, we got Tom Brady. We can't
sit up straight.
We can't be the reason that we don't win.
Yep.
So they fucking were training as hard as they could to make sure that us, the defense, we're not the reason that Tom Brady's not.
Yeah, what did you say? They went from doing one a day
Yeah,
to two a days.
Yeah, because they were
And
like,
then going to practice.
they're like, we're not going to be the reason that we fucking lose.
Yeah, man.
And it worked.
That's
got themselves a ring.
Yeah.
bro. So you know how a lot of people in the NBA call MJ Black Jesus, right? So Tom Brady.
I did not hear that.
I've never heard that in my life.
Oh my God! Just fucking go on the internet and you'll see everybody say, "Oh my God, that's Black Jesus." Okay, so that's what Tom Brady is like to everybody that was on his team. They're like, "Oh my God, we can't piss this person off because if we're the reason we lose." You already know he's ripping into it. Like, I remember when he was going through his divorce and he was on the sideline, everybody's like, oh, he's throwing a hissy fit. No, he was fucking going in on his teammates.
On air?
On air.
Yeah, on air.
No, I'm talking about the phone.
Oh. Well, that's the 25-minute mark, so we got to wrap it up, Manny.
That's disrespectful.
Come on, host.
Well, you said, is it 25 minutes? Or we still have
Okay, so we'll be right back. And we're back.
Here on the microphone.
Steve just gave us some smelling salts. You know, I saw what's his name doing it in the tunnel. In a game was Baker Mayfield and Levante David.
Man.
They were doing this. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? And then I was researching. I was like, oh, smelling salts.
Yeah, smelling salt that fucking wake you up.
No, I thought he was throwing Zinzin.
No, that was on the sideline.
Yeah.
I'm saying in the tunnel. Him and Levante David were both did this.
And we're back.
No, that's already on, man.
Holy shit.
We're on right now?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, have you guys ever had those smelling salts?
No.
Are we live?
I think it's like pure.
What does it smell like?
It's ammonia.
Yeah. No,
God.
I worked out with Mario and his buddy, and that's what they did before fucking deadlifts.
Smelling salt?
They would go like this. All right, bro, do it.
What
And
is
I was like,
so what did it smell like?
like what he said.
The
no.
ammonia. Yeah, it'll wake your ass up.
Yeah. And we were going to the gym at 5 a.m. So have these motherfuckers.
So apparently what
sleeping.
smelling salts are supposed to do to you is give you a rush of adrenaline.
It sure
which
shit
wakes
does.
you up.
It sure shit does.
Yeah. Oh, so you did it? Did you ever do them before the game?
Oh yeah.
No shit.
Oh, before the game you were doing?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. When Baker and Levante were running out of the tunnel right before.
But you gotta be an absolute psychopath to like put it this close to your nose. I mean, I would just grab it and just kind of be like maybe a couple inches away and just kind of like waft it almost.
Yeah.
Because if you're like this, I mean, it shoots right through your fucking nasal cavity, like down to your freaking stomach.
That can't be fucking healthy, man.
It can't
you
be,
gotta
but
take a shit,
I'll tell you, oh my God, you wake up and you're like, oh shit, okay, we're live.
We're live. We're live.
You got the perky nips going?
Damn, dude, that's what we got to do before the
I
podcast
was
starts.
about to say, dude, like, can you buy them at like Dick's Sporting Goods or
Yeah.
GNC?
Probably
or?
on Amazon.
Well, I know.
Or Temu
I was
or
trying
something
to
like
get
that.
some today, you know?
The fuck are you doing today, nigga?
Yeah, I'm doing some smelling salts. I'm trying to wake up. I've been up since fucking 2:00, dog.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
How'd you guys do with the hurricane? I meant to ask you guys.
3 fallen trees and that was it. How about you? Because you have a lot of fucking trees in your backyard.
No tree damage.
I
Nothing.
don't understand how.
Nothing. We had one tree that came down, crashing down on our chicken coop.
You just said no tree damage.
The chicken was,
Dead?
yeah, already.
Oh.
Yeah, raccoon got the rooster, which sucked. But so there's no live chickens when the chicken coop came crashing down. But
Just for
yeah,
So
yeah.
you starved your chicken to death, I thought, for a second there.
no, raccoon got his ass. But yeah, we didn't have any.
Raccoons eat chickens.
We didn't have any
No.
sort of. We lost power for a couple days, but other than that, nothing.
Yeah, I know. Odessa's really prevalent in power loss during hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I was driving down LeClaire
Lake
Road.
LeClaire, yeah.
Lake LeClaire,
That's
bro.
where my
There was a big ass fucking tree
That's where my parents live.
right
so
before the underpass.
the veterans, yeah.
Oh my god,
There
bro.
was 4 or 5 pine trees there.
They didn't fix that shit for like I think 4 or 5 days.
So we talked. So we left our house and went to my parents' house. My parents' house lived directly behind the woods. So my dad was texting me during Milton. He's like, if you guys are going to leave, you need to leave like now. Cause this wind's about to get a little more aggressive. And we were sitting there and, we drank one of those THC drinks, the little Rebel Rabbits, and we were feeling real good. I was like, fuck it. We'll be all right. I look outside. I see the freaking palm trees and everything. Just wait. I was like, Masha, pack your shit. We got to go. We got in the Humvee, drove to my parents' house, and parents have a generator. And yeah, we stayed there for the next couple of days. Next thing you know, we wake up the next day and we go down and check the damage. Their neighbor had a big ass oak tree fall on the power lines.
Yep.
Down by the veterans, there was 4 or 5 pine trees.
Lakeshore, literally.
Lakeshore had a thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're talking with the linemen afterwards, and because they had 20 lineman trucks on that street.
Oh yeah.
So we're sitting there talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, the reason this street is responsible for 90% of the power outages in this area."
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it was
LeClaire?
Lake LeClaire. Yeah,
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Bro, they need to run that shit underground.
I feel like it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper to just do it underground.
Yeah, just do it already.
Just yeah, and then
It's
you don't
like,
have to have the power.
I mean, if you're going to convert stuff and make our city better, I mean, let's spend the money instead of on
Ukraine.
Ukraine,
Ukraine, Israel,
and then
wars,
all the fucking
wars that we're not a part of.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, buried utilities. I mean, we're not going to have any issues. Actually, a lot of people wouldn't even lose power.
So I didn't lose power because and I live by Morris Bridge and Cross Creek. The entire power lines are all buried.
Yeah, I didn't
So you never lost power.
I've never
lost
power.
power either.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're saying like half of my neighborhood's under the hospital over there in
okay.
Trinity. They might be under the hospital power grid. I'm not sure.
Hospital can't lose power.
I'm not sure if we are, but I mean, man, I win, and I feel like they price gouged me on the fucking generator I bought.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
Did you even use it? No,
No, I
Your
didn't
power
use
didn't
it.
Go out, bro. This guy was like preparing for the worst. Put shutters up.
I put the
It was
everything
like
shutters
shit's
up.
gonna fucking go down
Because I had a
I'm
newborn,
like, stop
and I
looking
had-
at the news, dog.
No,
this shit ain't gonna
no,
be
but
a
I had-
5.
I was the same way, and my wife's like, "Stop looking at the news. Stop looking
Yeah,
at
I
the."
know.
I'm like,
I didn't know where it was
I want to
coming.
see where this thing's
Yeah,
going.
it's going. Yeah, and the thing is, I had single pane windows too.
Come on, man. The Indian burial grounds. That's it. Burial mounds.
Just blew it away.
Tampa's undefeated, dog. Tampa Bay's undefeated
Man, I would've
for the
said-
last 100 years with those burial mounds. No fucking hurricanes have gone directly through Tampa Bay.
I really think it's just the current of the
Oh, okay,
Gulf of
yeah,
Mexico
right, yeah.
that pushes it. Because if you look at it,
All right.
it was starting to go like this.
Well, it was actually a low pressure system that was coming from the north, pushing it to the south. But
But I mean, that influenced a lot of going back to the football and sports. I mean, that influenced the Bucks leaving for
Yeah,
New Orleans.
yeah.
Like how many days early? Didn't they leave like 2 or 3 days before they were supposed to?
Yeah, they did. They got there early.
And they were put up in hotels with their families and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not only that, but if
they
you
came out of their paycheck though.
if you think about,
Sure they can afford it.
did it really?
No.
I don't think they did.
I didn't think it did. Yeah,
Uh,
but well, I mean, they can afford it. But one thing is, how many of those guys live on the coast? Do you think? In like South Tampa, Davis Island, Harbor Island, and Helene? I was just thinking about it, bro. Their houses are probably like gone.
You'd be surprised. A lot of the guys live out kind of like where I'm at, out in Lutz and Odessa area.
Yeah, you do.
They want to get away from the downtown scene, the Soho, and all the other shit, and for good reason.
Because they don't want to be seen and be fucking bothered all day long.
Well, that and there's a lot of trouble you can get into.
Oh,
in that area.
You're talking about a lot of trouble.
Yeah, a lot of trouble. So. Jesus Christ.
Okay, we found the one person.
I mean, nowadays, you never know.
You never know. Yeah.
Okay, maybe you need to stop drinking, dog. I don't know.
And bake.
Shake and bake. All right. You know what? Talking about, hey, you wanted to talk about Diddy, didn't you?
No,
you did.
Did Diddy you? And if he did you let him do it again?
I went to his white party. And it ended up.
What I want to know,
that is not true.
I went through like
That's allegedly
the rabbit hole of all that whole.
Yeah.
Who's pulling the strings on that deal?
I think he was.
I think Diddy is the Diddy.
He had to have some sort of.
I think he wanted to
Hey,
have
he's been around
blackmail
for such a
on
long time.
everybody, even politicians, athletes. LeBron went there, right? Ain't no putting like a Diddy party. Yeah,
Obama.
You were Diddy.
all those.
Obama, yeah, politicians, bro. Nancy Pelosi.
I'd be shocked if I'd be shocked if he doesn't hang himself.
Well,
You mean
pulling
if he
Epstein.
gets suicided?
Yeah, if he gets suicide.
So he's already came out and said, "I'm not committing suicide." So if he does suicide himself, bro, you already know who are the powers that be that are able to do that to Jeffrey Epstein. McAfee. You remember McAfee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The McAfee antivirus.
He literally came out during an interview with the radio station. I think he was imprisoned in Spain or something like that, somewhere in Europe. And on they have the recorded call. I'm not going to commit suicide. I'm not going to commit suicide when he was talking. I think it's to his wife. I don't remember what it was. It was a recorded phone call. They released that audio the next fucking day.
It's
Dead.
the Commanders, the Washington Commanders. They got their hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of these celebrities have already left the United States.
Yeah,
J-Lo, Beyonce,
J-Lo's
gone.
an Italian.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah,
gone.
you know where
What do you
Jay-Z
mean
and
they
Beyonce
left?
are?
They left. They're over in Europe.
You know where? No, they're in China. You know who else?
Are
is
you
in
shitting
China?
me?
No, I'm dead ass. You know who else is in China? Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye is as well. He's all over there too.
Yeah.
All the people that are
Oh, boy.
J-Lo's in Italy. They're in China, and then there's two other people that were mentioned. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, he left because the
all these
picture
guys
came
are
up where he
nervous,
was.
man, because
They
look,
should be.
we're 2
Yeah.
weeks left on the election, and if Donald Trump comes out, he's saying that he's going to release all that shit, and all celebrities right now in Hollywood are shaking in them boots.
I hope.
My thing is, if there's an investigation going on where this information is provided, then damn, bro, that should be released.
What? In the middle of a podcast, you're going to get up? What's going on here? We're live. We're live.
We're in.
We're live here.
Oh, the other cameras are still going. This is just an extra angle.
Oh, all right.
Okay, you can have a cigarette afterwards. Relax.
Smelling salt afterwards.
Yeah, smelling salt. He took the smelling salt.
For all you guys out there that do podcasts, let me tell you something. Do not buy a Sony Alpha Mark IV. Buy the Sony Alpha Mark IIIs because that fucking camera that you can't see, that is the profile of him, just went out. Motherfucker.
Oh, it just went out?
Yeah, but he still has
I was about to say, what
that
about this one right
Yeah,
here?
you got that one. I got that one. He's got that one. That one's got the room. That small one is, fuck, I hate that camera.
Well, thank you for your advice. I'm here to be entertained. Fuck this guy.
Entertained and informed. I mean, you're over here saying Jameis Winston is a franchise quarterback, dog, so don't give me that bullshit.
100%.
Did he give you some crab legs?
Yeah.
So do you think we go back to the football deal? We'll skip the diddler.
Yeah, the diddler.
We'll pass that.
Diddy to
But,
the diddler.
Who do you guys think is the best prospect in college right now?
I don't watch college.
But I'm saying,
Who's that wide receiver
actually,
out of Alabama?
Ryan Davis.
No, he's like a rookie.
He's 17 years old.
That guy.
He's a finger painter.
Oh, he's a finger
is
painter
he?
too. No,
Kid's fucking good though.
I saw some impressive highlights. of
Hey,
him.
but actually, Garcia, what do you think? Do you think Archie Manning is all name, or do you actually see? I mean, I looked at his statistics. He can move, he can pass.
You got to watch.
But do you think
game,
he's
though.
bigger because of his name?
Yeah.
Or do you think he's actually that good?
No, I think the name definitely carries a lot of weight.
So you don't think that?
But he's good.
Yeah,
he's good. But I think the name, same like we just talked about, Bronny James. You think he's deserving to be on a NBA roster?
No.
His dad's the face of the freaking.
He did drop 17.
It's like, hey, bring your kid to work day.
Yeah,
but no, he's
Who dropped what?
He dropped 17 points, like 4 rebounds and 5 assists, like a couple days ago.
Who, Bronny?
Yeah.
Did they just like fabricate that and put it on the stat sheet? Because I've seen that guy play.
No, I think LeBron gave a bonus to the other team of about $1 million for each player if they let him score.
I really think.
But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I think that's the name definitely carries a lot of weight. It's hard to say, but yeah, I mean, all the draft like Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, those freaking cheese dicks.
Yeah,
they're all saying that Shador is like the top of the top of the list. I don't see that. I do think Shador is good as far as being the first overall quarterback selected.
There a guy with the name that starts like Trenok or something like that?
No, I don't know. Dude. But do you think Travis Hunter, because he's dual threat, do you think he's going to be? Because a lot of people have been saying that he could possibly be the number 1 pick in the draft.
I think he's the best player in college football.
Absolutely.
I don't think that. And people talk about like the Boise State running back. That kid is solid too.
Yeah.
But Travis Hunter is doing it on both sides of the ball. And he's doing it at an elite level. It's not like
you're barely doing it on the DB side and you're just his statistics on both sides.
He is a football player.
Yeah, he's a football player.
He is. And I thought it was
Jalen Milroe.
No. From Alabama?
Yeah.
No.
Jackson Dart.
Ole Miss. He's struggled the last couple of weeks, but Cam Ward from Miami.
Yeah.
He's lighting it up.
They said that the team that he was a transfer, right?
Yep. From Washington.
So Shador makes 5.1.
That's I could not imagine what I would do.
I bet you can't even guess who the second, and it's not just football.
But what's the
highest NIL contract right now
in college
in college athletics? I bet you can't guess the second.
What sport?
I'm not going to give you that.
Is it gymnastics?
I'll tell you.
Is it gymnastics?
Yeah.
It's Olivia Dunn.
Yeah. Bro, $4 million.
Yeah.
A year? Wait, so
damn, you know what it is? It's that pussy.
Hey, but you know what really broke it open for the other sports? It was the college football really broke it open for all the other sports, because without college football, it would have never trickled down to all these other sports.
I think it's a mixture of also their influence on social media platforms.
Yep.
Because honestly, she hasn't won shit. The only reason she's getting these NIL deals is because she's got like millions of followers on Instagram, and she's
attractive.
Great. Yeah, very great. Yeah.
I was talking with Fantetti about it.
In Power Athletics.
And he was talking about, what the hell was he saying? Going back to
allegedly saying.
Allegedly.
He likes to be alleged a lot.
That's an attorney. You don't ever want to be 100% on anything. Man, what the hell was he talking about though? It was with NIL and how the collectives are kind of going obsolete and the schools are going to be paying for these.
What are collectives?
Like sponsors, alumni, boosters, stuff like that, which has been going on for ever.
Years,
well, there's no way that those go away, because who's funding their NIL deals? Because the school's paying for it, right? So the schools still
now the schools are getting it from the SEC has a contract with ESPN and and the CBS or whatever it is. They're getting paid $20 million each school, and so that's what that is funding. But previous to this, the school taking care of it is. And you'd have to get Fantetti on this because I'm not 100% sure.
But that's also why they're doing the alcohol too, because the alcohol, they started doing a lot more stadiums because it also, to be able to pay for the NIL. No, I know, but to be able to pay for the NIL deals, they needed to sell alcohol at the stadium.
That actually makes sense.
Well, how about this? Tennessee.
But like half of it goes to the venue, half of it goes to the teams.
No, venue is the school.
University of Tennessee.
USF plays at Ray J.
Just
No,
yeah,
right
they
now.
do. Yeah.
Right now.
Not for much longer though.
I know their stadium is getting built. Yeah.
But I know University of Tennessee just came out and they said they're going to tack on $10 extra for tickets, and those $10 just it's a measly $10.
Not really though. Yeah.
But I mean that holds
100,000,
110,000. I mean it's one of the bigger stadiums in the country.
It's $1 million.
So that extra $10 is going to fund the football.
That's 1.1.
That's a smart way to do it, honestly. I mean, $10 isn't really going to hurt anybody's. I mean, well, as a poor college student,
shrink inflation.
No, but I mean, as a poor college student, you would think,
who is supported by their parents.
I mean, they got to pay, the ticket or whatever it is. I mean, $10 isn't terrible, but yeah,
they're not going to not go because it's $10 more expensive.
I remember what Fantetti was telling me. He was saying that the NCAA is having a lawsuit, and it goes back only 10 years, and they're going to be paying the previous 10 years college players, football players. They're going to get a stipend of that, bargain or collective bargaining, whatever it is.
Which is probably gonna be $1.
And it's only 10 years. So I'm like,
wait, what is
that fucking sucks because
you're at 11 years.
No, I'm at what's it, 2024? So 12 years.
Yeah, 12.
13 years.
Damn.
So that sucks.
But it wouldn't be that much anyways. It would only be like $1.76 how they do with these major lawsuits like Apple fucks
action,
up.
yeah.
Class action. You end up, okay, sign up. Facebook's going to give you 76 cents. It's like, okay, well.
It's because so many people are a part of it that the payout isn't large enough.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Which I think would be the same thing with that. So,
well, I don't know. There wasn't a shit ton of college athletes. But there's a shit.
But I think it was like for like their NIL, their name, image, and likeness. That's what NIL stands for. So
you know who should be paying? EA Sports. That's who should be paying. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
You get a check for that?
I did.
Really? How much?
I think it was like 22,000.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah, it was nice. My brothers are the ones that told me about it. So they played at Harvard, and I think they got like $800 or something.
What about
like that.
Fanatics?
Who?
Fanatics.
But
that make the jerseys.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like
and the other guys got $800. I know it's not a lot to compare it, but I mean, damn, that's crazy. That's still a good little chunk right there.
Yeah, no, it was solid, especially,
So when I said
not doing what I was doing now, I mean, 22,000 was a nice little.
Do you know who Fanatics are? Fanatics is the main jersey provider.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Aren't they based out of Tampa?
Yes. So they sold your jersey. Did you see any money from there?
No.
Well, what the fuck?
Did they sell it with your name or because a lot of these people sell it with a blank? They just sell it with a number.
It was just
it was
a number.
blank?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Fanatics,
that's how college is.
Whoever the CEO of Fanatics is very smart.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah,
a very expensive bullet.
Big bullet. Because I mean, how many people had your jersey number?
I see it. I go up there. Been to 3 games this year. I'm gonna go to another 2 games at least. I mean, I see jerseys up there all the time with number 5 on it.
We already know who that's for.
They retired.
Stephon Gilmore. He was number 5.
So they haven't retired.
Gilmore
your
was
number.
good. Yeah.
No.
That was the nipple.
Do they retire
tickler.
numbers in college?
Yeah. So next weekend, well, no, it's a Hall of Fame. So 2 of our former teammates, Melvin Ingram and Pharaoh Cooper, are getting inducted to the South Carolina Hall of Fame. So we're having them on the podcast. It'll be pretty cool.
Have you been inducted?
Oh, really?
To
You
South
get them on the
Carolina?
podcast?
No. Damn, Steve, they hate you out there, dog.
I don't think they can, man. Getting kicked off the team, I don't think they can.
That's not good.
They can do that.
Yeah, but
that's
you're helping
pretty
that
cool.
organization right now with the Tailgate Talks. You said that you're getting over, tens of thousands of views, 20,000s of downloads. I mean, that's helping that organization.
And it's also on
Absolutely.
Gamecock Plus. That's huge too. And I mean,
What'd you say? What's it on?
Cox.
Cocktown.
Relax. Romantic time.
Nah, hey, don't get Diddy on me, man.
It's all right. Just come to the white party. We'll make it black.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
But yeah, stuff like we're talking about now, I would never be able to get away with saying on the tailgate.
Did they say that you couldn't talk in other podcasts like this?
Oh
No,
shit!
no.
Did they?
No.
No.
There's no. There's definitely
no-
a contract signed, right?
No.
There isn't.
You getting
then
paid at least?
legal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, through the sponsors, but
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
to do it, no.
no. Our goal, I think, is to eventually have the university either buy it or fund it so that we don't have to have
So then,
sponsors.
do you and Pat own the podcast?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. So we own
Who
it.
negotiated the deal to be on Gamecocks Plus?
They reached out to us and they were like, we caught wind that you guys are starting a podcast. We want to be involved.
So this was before you released an episode.
Correct.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I wonder how they caught wind.
I mean, because I was talking with Vince, and I was like, man, I'd love to rent this space out and be able to do this and remotely have a kind of a professional setup. And
Not kind of professional.
This is very professional. But I'm saying it's a hell of a lot more professional than me holding my cell phone like this. But yeah, they caught wind of it and wanted to pick it up.
That's crazy. See what I mean? Opportunities if you lived over there in your greatest.
Yeah, we were talking about this off air, where, and this was kind of my brother's idea, and I agree with it. If he lived in what's
Columbia.
Columbia.
It's in the middle of the state. It's an hour and a half to Charleston.
How
to
far
get to
are
the
you
beach.
from the beach?
Hour and a half.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You know what would be nice is I think what we need is I need a Stephen Garcia signed Gamecocks jersey.
Oh, I want one too.
In a fucking
Do they still sell
glass?
your jersey?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is buy the number 5.
Well, I mean,
That's it.
but you can get Garcia on there too. But that'd be tight to have it on there like we have for Bruner, just have that thing on there.
Yeah, in our old studio.
But I mean, it would be nice to have it here too. I like that,
Well,
This is a hell of
you
a
do
setup.
have Will Golstons.
Yeah, I do have old Golstons there.
And then you also have,
So it would be
you have
Bruner,
Rashad White?
Golston, and Garcia.
you have Rashad White?
No, I didn't get it. But I'm pretty sure I can get it from Fantetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantetti will do it.
Allegedly.
But I don't want Rashad. I don't want
Allegedly.
Rashad Whites anymore, dog. Give me fucking Bucky Irving.
Yeah, I'm going hard in the paint.
Sorry, Rashad. I still love you whenever you hit the hole.
But
You know what,
never-
Rashad? This is what you should be thinking. You should be thinking to yourself, damn, these two cats are fucking outworking me on the amount of yards gained per carry. Maybe I need to step it up a little bit. Yeah, you're great out of the backfield when you're being passed the ball and you get a lot of yards after catch. But man, that running game, you're not patient enough to hit the hole when it appears. You just like run into the back alignment. I don't see that with Bucky Irving. He's very patient. He waits for the play to develop before he hits the hole. Can you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What do you think, Garcia? What do you think is the most surprising? Either player or team right now in the NFL. Like as far as that has surprised you. I mean, obviously,
the Broncos, right?
obviously the
Or
Commanders,
actually, the Commanders, yeah.
have
But the
surprised us.
Redskins.
But I mean, other than
Redskins.
the Commanders, let's just leave the Commanders.
Redskins.
Redskins, the fucking Redskins. But other than that, what
Broncos.
player or
Minnesota.
let's just start off. What player
Yeah.
has really surprised you the most this year that has done well?
There's been a lot.
Yeah.
There's
So let's
a-
just
a-
let's
shit
just say
ton.
let's say 3 of them that really have stood out where you're like, damn, this is impressive. Like I didn't think these people had.
And you don't have to limit it to a position. It could be
Yeah,
anybody.
anything. Just give me 3 that you think that really like.
And you know what?
surprised
Let's go a step further, even with coaches.
I mean, you guys are the NFL guys. I'm more of the
So you
college
don't watch the
stuff.
NFL at all?
I do when
Who's
I'm
your- who's your
I'm
team?
betting on it.
Who's
I
your
don't have a
No.
team.
You don't have a team?
We don't like the
Damn, bro.
Buccaneers.
You
If
were
I'm-
born
if
and
I'm-
raised in Tampa.
If I'm betting on them,
You were born and raised in
Oh,
Tampa.
man, I was always a fan of certain players.
Me
I was,
too.
I was
I
a
was,
Rams fan with Kurt Warner and the greatest show on turf.
Ah, I watched this
Patriots
movie, by
guy
the way.
with Tom Brady. I mean, I like watching guys just
That are
ball
good,
at a freaking
Yeah,
at the absolute top of the level. Because that's fun as shit to watch.
and it's crazy
I
because
can't
I was.
believe that Kurt Warner was working at a grocery fucking store, bro.
His story with
And
this
then-
movie
and-
was awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Did you
But,
watch the movie?
but I was,
Yeah.
and I really, I watched the
I didn't
movie,
know half the
but I
shit, bro.
really hated Tom Brady when he first came in because I was a
Drew
massive
Bledsoe
Drew
fan.
Bledsoe fan. I had 56 cards of Drew Bledsoe. I was Drew Bledsoe all
I can
day.
attest to that. That's
And I
true.
was so pissed when I saw fucking Tom Brady take over Drew Bledsoe's job. That
'Cause
one
all those
fucking
cards
killed me.
went to shit.
Well, that's I mean, that's kind of I forgot. I think it was Bill Parcells. He was like,
Oh yeah, Bill
your
Parcells.
best ability is availability. So if you're not available to play, next guy's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but injury though. You know?
It's
Doesn't
well.
matter.
Look, I was a huge Brett. I'm still a Brett Favre guy.
Yeah.
Brett Favre would take copious amounts of Vicodin and stuff to like null the pain because he's like, I'm not getting out of this game.
allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's actually admitted to it, but it's like, yeah, if I'm not playing, I'm gonna have some other backup, and it could be a Tom Brady situation. I'm all of a sudden I'm forgotten about. I'm not playing anymore, and career's done.
Is there another situation like that where backup?
Since Brady and Bledsoe,
Yeah. Alex Smith.
I don't think it was
Alex
that.
Smith.
Alex Smith
Yeah.
with Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, Alex
Yeah,
Smith. No,
yeah.
Alex Smith with
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
But also Alex Smith with Mahomes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith, so for whatever reason,
Well,
once
no,
he gets injured,
the
they're
Niner-
like,
yeah,
let's
that's
go
right.
for the next guy.
Actually,
Yeah.
that was a straight up, hey, we want this guy to be our franchise quarterback. Alex, we're going to trade you.
I thought he got injured.
I thought he got injured
He
too.
And
got
then
injured,
Pat
but-
Mahomes played one game, and they're like,
No.
that guy.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no.
what I thought, too.
Yeah. It happened twice, bro. He's injury
No,
prone.
man. Alex Smith recovered
Audience,
full
who's
year,
right?
whatever.
Who's right?
Andy Reid was like, "This is my franchise guy. This is the reason I drafted this guy because he's going to be the face of our team." And then he traded away Alex Smith.
Is he still playing in the NFL?
No.
No.
He had a
Man, talk about a career that could have been great.
who?
Alex Smith.
Chase Daniels?
I don't know about great.
No, Alex
Chase
Smith.
Daniels.
Chase Daniels.
From
The guy played Missouri.
University of Missouri. Yeah.
I mean, he played, what, 15 years?
He
Something like
fucking made
that?
a shit
For-
ton
for
of money.
who?
For all kinds of teams.
Yeah, he played
New Orleans, the Chiefs.
What was he?
He
backup.
was a backup quarterback.
Oh, so like Glennon. You know what
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike
And Glennon's made like fucking $60 million.
And he's
Yeah.
still in the league.
Huh?
No,
No,
is
he's
he
not.
really?
I don't know.
I thought he was playing for the Raiders.
Maybe he was.
I don't know.
Oh,
That'd be wild.
and another one, also backup that sometimes was a starter, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
Which I mean, I love his commentary, and
he's great at it.
and a great personality. Man, as a quarterback, he was just never good enough to be a winner and a true starter. in
My brothers
opinion.
played with him at Harvard.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Harvard. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
Harvard's got a lot of good players.
So we got
Bro.
Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Gardner Minshew in studio today.
It does.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It does.
I had a guy who
I would swear, every time I look at Gardner Minshew, I was like, that's Garcia.
somebody's one of the dads texted me and was like, you could double for Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
No.
No.
I've never seen you without a beard. Well, I mean, in college and
No.
photos,
I'm-
but I mean, in
I was-
person.
Gardner
talking
Minshew,
I was talking
though.
to Masha about shaving the beard and just going straight mustache.
Dude,
well,
I tell you
November,
right now,
no
we
shave,
could
no-
Oh
pass.
shit, that's right, November.
Yeah, we could literally
Done.
pass you for Gardner Minshew.
No, Gardner Minshew has black hair.
No,
He's got brown hair.
no,
He's got black hair.
yeah, he looks like Gardner Minshew.
He does fucking look like Gardner Minshew. Hey, if
We probably have the same kind of spirit animal because didn't he lived in a van for a little bit or
I don't know
or-
what his story is, but
Damn,
what school
dog,
did
you
he
know how
end
many,
up going?
you
He
know how many
was
fucking stories from college players
he was
I've
at
heard?
he was at God with
Hey,
Coach
bust out
Leach,
the Raiders cap. And we're back with the Jefferson way,
the Jefferson way,
where
man.
NBA players are choking out their teammates.
Latrell Sprewell.
hey Garcia.
Ronaldo Vaca, it's a Knicks thing, I think.
when you were in high school, how did they get you to go to Jefferson? Because I know you're
Oh, because Sickle sucked.
no, I know,
Well,
but your
see-
district wasn't there. So I mean, how did they get you to go there? Handies?
No, that would have been ideal, but no, it was the magnet program, international finance.
Oh, really? That's how they got you over there.
Yeah.
You said if I don't have international finance, I'm not going to this.
Well,
fucking
no,
thing."
that's how they recruited players.
Hey, so you graduated college, right?
Correct.
What was your degree in?
Sociology and psychology.
Oh, fuck, man. So the easiest degree you could think of,
Yeah.
right?
And honestly, man, 100%. And, looking back, and, my dad is a finance guy and all my brothers are finance guys. And they were trying to tell me, like,
Should've.
don't take the easy route. Like, go finance, go business, do something. Because the Darla Moore School at South Carolina is like one of the top 5 business schools in the country. And I was like, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm the fucking starter. I got a lot of other shit I got to worry
Well,
about
that's what I was thinking.
than like going to school.
But
Like, who was the quarterback at Ohio State that said, I didn't come to Ohio State to play school. I came here to play football. I think it was Cordell Jones.
Cordell Jones was the one.
But when
think
you
so.
think about it, I mean, and I don't know if this is true or not. I'm sure you had teammates that were doing those harder degrees or whatever. Were they pretty much just given A's and saying, "Oh, okay, yeah,
No.
we'll pass you." And
No.
no,
No,
it wasn't like that.
no.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm sure for some of the guys, but a lot of the guys, like, you think Clowney was a business major?
Probably not.
No.
No.
I was in an acting class with him, and I think he showed up the first day, and that was the last time he showed up. So, yeah,
and he passed it.
absolutely with flying colors.
That's
but-
what I'm saying. So
but
they
I mean,
just
there was-
pass players.
Yeah, there was. I mean, I took a public speaking class, and I didn't give one speech. I just like
Unfortunately, we can all tell.
I sent an email to the teacher like, "Hey, we're playing against Ole Miss. Like, I'm not gonna speak. Here's my speech.
What the teacher
Read
say?
it. She's like, oh, that's fine.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I mean, there's definitely
with a side
preferential.
with a side of a little bit of sausage.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's definitely preferential.
What'd you get in
treatment.
that class? I'm just curious.
I think I got an A.
Jesus, bro. So I was right, bro.
Yeah,
Teachers are just like, yeah, you don't really have to show up. We want you to win because it drives more money to the
school, and they
university.
get that's
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So it's not conducive for them to not pass a player because then the player can't play, right?
That's certain players.
Yeah.
When you got if I was a third string quarterback, they'd be like, "You're giving this fucking speech. If you don't, you're failing it." So, there's that kind of shit going on. But looking back, and I don't have a whole lot of regrets in my life. I do regret that I didn't listen to Spurrier as enough as I should have, with like shaving your beard, cutting your hair, dressed like I'm dressed now, as opposed to wearing a sleeveless hoodie and a bathing suit and flip flops to class.
Wow.
He bitched about that kind of stuff. But, I wish that I would have listened to him. I think it would have caused a hell of a lot less heartache. That and, taking a more serious.
Going back to Spurrier and a previous thing that my brother said about OC and the way head coaches call plays, okay? Is it always the offensive coordinator calling the play, or sometimes does the head coach have a veto power where he says, no, bro, that's a stupid ass play.
Absolutely.
I'm calling my own play.
Absolutely. And Spurrier was the ultimate veto guy.
And how often would he do that? Would it be just
90%?
90%?
At least.
So then what's the point of an OC then?
It's a great question. When you have an offensive-minded head coach.
Well, that's the thing. If you do have an offensive minded, then they're going to be stepping in on the offensive coordinator. But if it's a defensive mind, they're going to trust exactly that they hired the right person to make the right plays.
So, like, it kind of going back to Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, Brian Leftwich.
So, I mean, Bruce Arians would veto them every single fucking time.
I honestly think Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think Brady was.
Brady would probably.
When you get to, Brady.
Well, Bruce Arians was a quarterbacks coach, right? And then he became head coach.
No, bro.
Isn't that what it was?
He was already a head coach at Arizona Cardinals.
I know. But
before that, he was a quarterbacks coach.
He was a quarterbacks coach.
And then he was offensive coordinator too.
Which means that he was an offensive-minded head coach.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that he saw the OC as like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it's like
ultimately,
give me suggestions.
Yeah, suggestions.
Because, I mean, Todd Bowles right now, he calls all the defensive plays.
But that makes sense because Todd Bowles is defensive-minded. No. Kind of like... who was it? John Gruden was offensive minded, right?
Yeah, I think John Gruden called his own plays too.
I would imagine. Yeah. John Gruden's a Spurrier guy. I mean, I've met John several times. I talk to him regularly. He's not going to trust an OC that has no idea what the hell he's doing. He wants his shit done the way he wants it done. And you just got to go with it. But I think if you have a guy like a Tom Brady, an Aaron Rodgers, a Dan Marino, a Terry Bradford, Joe Montana, you name it, any of these guys that have been playing for 15 plus years.
What are you going to tell them?
Yeah, they're going to be like, I kind of like this play a little bit more.
Yeah,
there's a little more give and take. So when you were talking about the chemistry between OC and quarterback, there's that kind of fluctuation.
Yeah, I think, even goes to when you get to the collegiate level, I mean, you've already played football or soccer.
Almost all your life.
All your life. I mean, do you really need, it's mostly.
Unless you're Brian Timms, who started late.
But
he still made it to the NFL, still got a Super Bowl.
But these coaches are really more so as like babysitters. I mean, at the end of the day,
for all intents and
what are you going to tell fucking Tom Brady that he doesn't know when he's?
What you're saying is something that I heard. I think it was Jose Mourinho say is that, hey, if you have a Messi or a Cristiano Ronaldo on your team, you're not going to coach them any better. They already know what they're doing. Right. All you're doing is managing the team.
Right.
Is that what you were getting at?
Yeah. I was just going to say that you can't teach these people any more than what they already know.
Right.
I mean, at this point,
they've been in it.
They've been
in the shit.
They know what the fuck they know exactly what you're thinking and what they need to do in order to execute the play. They're not going to be like, hey, coach, what do you think I should do? No, at this point, they read the defense. They know what they need to do to audible it to the correct play. And they're going to keep it moving forward.
I would say there's a lot of players that still can't read defenses, man.
Bryce Young.
A ton of them.
Yeah, a ton of them. Shit, and they're all on the bench because they can't audible out of what they're looking at.
And I'll tell you what, and to circle back to the Around the Hole, kind of sound like Jen Psaki, circle back.
Jen Psaki.
God, she was brutal.
He doesn't know who that is.
What is that?
The press secretary for Sleepy Joe.
Former.
Oh, is
press
that
secretary.
the redhead?
The redhead. Yeah.
But yeah, to circle back, that was her thing.
She was on a movie, right?
But I'm sure she was. But
I think it was rated XXX.
But to say, like, go back to what you were saying as far as like OC and quarterback and coach trust. That's the name of the game, is just trust. You got to trust that you're going to call the right play. You got to trust that the OC is going to relay that message, and you got to trust the quarterback to execute. You know, it's a wild operation. And
when we think about some of the most successful head coaches in college that stayed in college, like say the Nick Sabans, the Bobby Bowdens, the Steve Spurriers, why didn't they never make that next leap into the NFL?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
Steve Spurrier definitely
Did Nick Saban?
yeah,
Nick Saban did too
Dolphins.
for Miami Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
yeah.
When?
Oh,
He was
yeah.
the head coach?
He
Yeah, he was
because
the head
I
coach.
have a buddy of mine that was at Michigan State when Saban was the head coach at Michigan State, and his whole thing was like Saban came to the team meeting room and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not leaving to go to Miami," because there was circulation of him getting the head job, and next thing you know,
He leaves and goes to Miami.
next thing you know, like they didn't even hear about it. They saw it on ESPN Bottom Line. It was like Saban, next head coach of Miami Dolphins. So
How long did he last there? What year was this?
a couple
bro?
of years,
Was this
early 2000s,
early. Oh, okay. That's
maybe.
probably- It had
Yeah,
to
it had
have
to
been
be
the
early.
90s, right?
Yeah.
Either late 90s or early 2000s.
Because he went from LSU to there, and then he went back, and then he went to Alabama.
That's what it was. It was Michigan State to LSU, and then LSU to Miami, and then Miami to Bama.
Why do you think he was more successful in college than he was at the NFL?
Very
level?
simple solution.
What?
If you're a coach coming from college, you're going to sit there and tell, and this is a funny story. You can't sit there and tell a professional athlete what the fuck to do.
Nope.
Look at Ray Shiano. I mean, Bucks guys, right?
Yeah, Rutgers.
Yeah,
He was running that thing like a military at Rutgers.
Didn't work.
You can't run that shit like that in the
People are,
NFL.
"Fuck
These
you,
guys
man."
are gonna be like, "We're gonna have 2-a-days. Go fuck yourself, man."
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not doing that. And I remember Coach Spurrier Jr. He went with Spurrier to the Redskins, not the Commanders, the Redskins.
Yeah.
And he was sitting. They had like the team meeting or team meal or whatever, and they were sitting. He was coaching receivers. Lavernius Coles, you remember that name?
Yeah, hell yeah, I do.
So he's
He's
sitting there
Florida
and-
State.
Yeah, we're sitting there and he's like, yeah, I was telling Lavernius, he's got to push up to 14 and then come back to 12. And Coles looked at him. He's like, this is year 7 for me. I'm not fucking running. I'm going to run the curl how I want to run it. So you don't worry about how I run the fucking curl. And Junior was like, what do you say to that?
You can't say shit.
you can't
to
say
that.
shit.
I think there had to be a little bit about the Florida Gator, Florida State little rivalry.
maybe.
He
I-
said, "Fuck you, dude." You're
Yeah,
like,
but
I
I
don't-
mean,
I
after
don't- I
when
don't
you're in
know.
the NFL, I mean, your alumni at that point. I mean, does it really matter?
It's irrelevant.
it
I
still
think-
does
I
a
think-
little bit.
I think it's irrelevant.
Yeah,
I don't
There
know,
may be a
man.
pinch, a
I
pinch.
don't know,
Yeah,
man.
because that's already in your rear view mirror. You're making
Exactly.
millions of dollars. I mean, you don't really give a fuck where this person's
Well, if
from.
you're making millions of dollars and you still give a fuck about your college, like, you're just like,
okay, so then
fuck this guy,
that's like
you know?
saying Tyreek Hill played for the Chiefs, then started playing for the Dolphins. Do you think that when he plays against the Chiefs, he's like, fuck you guys?
yeah.
I mean, probably on the field, he's saying, fuck you, I'm going to beat you, but he's not saying, I hate the Chiefs, you know? Yeah, you say. So you think he hates Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
You're an idiot, bro.
I don't know if he hates Mahomes. That's a
Right.
ballsy.
Yeah.
That's a ballsy claim.
That is a very ballsy claim. And you heard it here first on Happy Hour Holidays. Manny says Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hills are enemies off the field.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, hey, you know what? I think the nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What does that even mean, dude?
Chris Berman.
Chris Berman?
Oh, Chris Berman.
Yeah, when he used to do NFL
It-
primetime, he used to be
God,
like, nobody circles the wagons.
that was like pinnacle
Still don't know
NFL
what
I used to
for me,
love
man.
watching that
Stuart
shit.
Scott
Oh,
talking
yeah.
all that shit.
I used to love that, man. Tom Jackson and Chris Berman. Man,
But I
that
mean,
was-
I've heard stories of guys that one of the kids' dads is dad of a guy that plays defensive line at Florida State. Signed a big NIL deal, and the defensive line coach is telling this kid's a freshman out of high school playing at Florida State. Hey, you got to do this. You got to do that. He's like, fuck you, man. I make more money than you in the NIL.
That doesn't
What-
mean
what-
shit.
But
bro.
what do you mean it doesn't mean shit? Like, you're a grown ass man. You have some 17, 18-year-old kid saying, like, I'm not fucking doing what you're telling me to do. I'm getting paid more than you.
that's the problem with this.
Yeah,
Kiss
but,
my
but the
fucking-
thing is that kid doesn't have enough experience. Yeah, he's getting paid
But
the money.
they think they do.
But so you're saying that's a problem?
It's a huge problem.
Yeah, it's a huge
Entitlement in
Because why
not
listen
only
to the
sports,
coaches
but in
now?
general.
Why listen to the coaches now? I mean, but
That's the problem, though.
I think they really, well, you know what Garcia was saying.
I don't disagree with that.
No, they really changed. You know, they really changed the college game now, because with these NIL deals, even though it's beneficial to the players, and I know the universities were making a shit ton of money off the players.
Yeah.
But it really gave the players all the power, and everybody else within the organization no power, because
like we said,
because if you're making more money than the entire staff.
It's like,
You know
it's
what's
like, it's like,
crazy?
oh, if you don't like how I play, okay, fine. I'm gonna give the
transfer.
transfer.
Yeah, transfer.
Not only,
And there's not a damn thing
but
you
you
can do.
did say, Garcia, that it was very dangerous doing the transfers depending on what player you are, because you said a lot of these people are going to the transfer portal and they're thinking they're going to get a big deal, and they end up staying in that transfer portal.
Purgatory.
Yeah, and then you don't have any team that
that could
wants
be
you.
like collusion among the colleges saying, "Yo,
This guy's a cancer.
Yeah. I mean, because if he's leaving mid-season, now the one you brought up where he didn't get paid, I completely agree with him leaving, because it's like, come on, bro. If you agreed to it, he went there, he committed for the, I think it was 100K is what you said, UNLV.
That's what he said. I don't.
Yeah, whatever it was,
That's
but
all
he
he
didn't get
said.
paid.
That's
I
what it
agree.
is.
If you don't have it, then it's obviously.
But I agree, you should leave, and that guy shouldn't be put in purgatory. But now, if this guy's really good and he's leaving and bouncing around, yes, bro, colleges should talk to each other, and they should call the former team and say, "Hey, how bad was this guy in the locker room?"
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's detrimental to the character. You can't do that.
what
You call the other college and use
is
that
that?
as
I
a-
don't know. Is that possible?
Maybe it could be bad for the players, I guess. You know.
Then don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shit.
I
yeah.
know, but then I mean,
Look at AB, bro.
AB
Yeah.
might be my favorite Twitter follower of all time. He is phenomenal on Twitter.
I mean, yeah, but
Oh
on
my
the
God.
field,
X.
just fucking taking
X.
off his jersey, throwing it, all that shit, and then running off the field.
CTE, dog.
Because you didn't get no targets. I mean, like, I don't know if it's CTE, bro. I think that's just who he is, man.
He got fucking knocked off.
Did you hear
fuck
this,
out.
bro? I saw one where a reporter asked him back when he was in Pittsburgh. So Ben Roethlisberger says you are the best receiver he's ever played with. What do you have to say about that? And, you know, he says thank you, whatever. But the fact that Ben Roethlisberger said that he is the best receiver he ever played with, bro, that speaks like a lot.
Because he played with.
Because he was awesome. He was getting 200 yards a game, bro. 2 or 3 touchdowns back in like what? That
Ben
was like 10 years ago?
Roethlisberger from Marshall, right?
Yep.
And he
No.
No?
Ohio. Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio. So
Chad Pennington from Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall.
And Byron Leftwich,
yeah,
your boy.
because he played with Randy Moss over there when he got kicked out of Florida State. All right, so we got 2 minutes. Garcia, what do you got to tell the people out there about going through college, trying to make it to the NFL?
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Hey, it doesn't have to be about football, whatever.
Big dick.
Plug your shit.
Don't be, and I tell the kids this all the time, don't be so hard-headed. It's that simple, in this world of entitlement, there's people that are older than you that know a little bit more than you. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. So just fucking listen. It's not that hard. Just there's some things that there's a line that you as a human being you're not going to cross those lines. But for the most part, just do the fuck what they ask you to do. It'll make life so much simpler. That being said, listen to Tailgate Talks.
Tailgate Talk.
What's the
You
handle?
got anything else?
What's the handle? It's Tailgate Talks, but you got
547.
547.
Yeah.
Tailgate Talks.
And then also
547.
follow Spin It Athletics.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's one I'm missing, man.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 that
Yeah,
you
you
had
got like
last time.
5 different shit.
What was it? Remember the liquor that you brought in?
Yeah, that's they brought in the Bud Light guy and that whole thing took a big
That's
shit.
it. Bud Light.
But you also
I still won't drink
You have
you.
like a pouch too, right?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
The Zen.
It's not Zen.
No, yeah,
It's
it was-
something else.
It's
Rack.
nootropics.
Yeah, nectar. I mean, there's a bunch of different things, and they're sponsoring the other show, and it's fun as shit, man. I'll tell you what, the amount of work that I've had to do trying to get sponsors and like having to talk about like, okay, we've had 20,000 views on this, and we have 40,000 on them. We have this, that. That's all these, like we talked about. That's all these companies want to know is what is your engagement, what is your viewership. It's modern day commercials.
And it's for college football, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. And is it just predicated simply on the Gamecocks? Or?
Yes, for right now it is, just because that's what we know. After the football season, we're going to move into basketball, Gamecock basketball. Then we'll move into Gamecock baseball, which is, pretty top tier program. And then after that, shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be a little, yeah, no,
NASCAR.
I don't know shit about NASCAR.
All right. So Garcia, what can you tell?
Oh, no, bro. We got to wrap this up like now.
Okay.
Let's hear this.
No, I was going to say, when's the next time you're going to be in South Carolina?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. All
A&M.
you moms out there that want to get your
Oh,
nipples
God.
touched, he's going to be out there squeezing the milk out of that pussy,
I will
boy.
not, Masha.
So
I will
you
not.
make sure
No.
that you're over there. We appreciate everybody listening to Happy Hour Holidaze. We had the Dandada today, Garcia on there. Always a great talk. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace the fuck out.
Nastrovia.